Welcome to ConnectPay's online payroll software demo. Today we'll be entering payroll. Once you make all your changes and you're ready to go into payroll, you click Enter a Payroll. Your dates will be appropriate to your next payroll cycle. You go into the pay entry grid. All of your employees will show up. 15 show up on a page. So if you have under that, it's one page. If you have more than that, it's two. You have to calculate each page as you go. What I recommend, if you have a lot of hourly employees, is I would click Select All, and then I would uncheck the boxes of the employees that aren't working this week, and I would enter in the hours for the employees that are. And all I'm doing here is arrowing down between the boxes. Once you have all the hours input, you click Calculate Selected Pay Lines. If you had an employee if you had a PTO plan set up and you had an employee that wasn't assigned to one, you'll get an error message here. If you have a PTO plan and somebody is negative, that message will also show up here. You can just click OK. They're just warning messages. They don't stop your payroll process. Once that all looks fine, you go to your next page and you have your next set of people. Again, select all, enter in your hours. Calculate your pay lines. Oh, I misentered her. I gave her 400 hours instead of 40. You'll get an error message if you exceed a standard hour time frame for a payroll, which is a good double check on whether or not you keyed it correctly. Once all of your employees are green, those are the ones that are getting paid. So over on the left-hand side over here, you would click View Approved Payroll Totals. This will give you your total by earning code and also by deduction. So the total salary is $8,400, regular, overtime. This gives your whole list of taxes for this specific payroll, and then your total deductions. If you wanted to see the payroll before you submit it, you would click Pre-Process Report, Generate Report, and it takes a minute to do the calculation of the gross to net. This is basically a pre-journal so that you can check. I recommend people do this if they make a bunch of changes in the same payroll. That way you can make sure that what's going to arrive on payroll day is what you expect it to look like. And this basically gives you the gross to net. And you can scroll down through this. I'm just pressing the arrow down button, and you can look to see that, okay, yes, I did give Jeff Alligator a raise. Maybe. And his 401k changed. Once you go through the whole list and you're sure that everybody is getting paid that should be getting paid, you've returned to payroll. And from here, you can approve the payroll. When you hit the Approve Payroll button, it's gone. It comes to us. We batch print, so your reports will show up in about 15 or 20 minutes. There's also an option on that screen to hold your payroll or to cancel your payroll. You can hold your payroll if you're in the middle of it and you get an email from somebody that says, hold off, I think Susie wants to change her exemptions. You can put the payroll on hold and fix that and address the email. If you got to the end of the payroll and you realized that I forgot to make all of my medical deduction changes at that time, you can cancel the payroll. You can go in and make all your changes and go back to your pay grid. Once you hit Approve Payroll, it's pretty much done. This information here, your payroll debit is your net checks. Your tax filing debit is your taxes, employee and employer. Your billing debit is your billing debit, and then your total debit. This payroll approval confirmation gets emailed to any contact that is on your company that has access to it. You can pick and choose who you want to get this via email. If you have a bookkeeper or CPA or somebody that manages your bank account, maybe you don't want it, maybe they do. You can make those, you can do all that and set up with your CSR when you first submit the payroll data.